Global Shariah Screening Criteria. As discussed in Level 1 of this course, investment and trading in contemporary equities is permissible. However, not all shares of companies are Shariah-compliant assets. Thus, to ensure Shariah-compliant investing, two screening criteria are typically applied: business activity or sector screening. Financial screening. Both Shariah screening criteria are performed to filter unacceptable levels of Shariah non-compliant elements in equities to ensure Islamically permissible returns. Business activity or sector screening criteria. The first criterion of all the Shariah screening methodologies is to exclude companies whose primary business activity is impermissible according to Shariah. Such activities include pork, alcohol, riba, and other related businesses. Sometimes, the main business activity is Shariah compliant, but some secondary activities of the company are not Shariah compliant. In such cases, the screening evaluation turns to whether or not those secondary activities are within the tolerable benchmarks. One way to examine those secondary activities is by the percentage of income generated from such activities. This component of the criteria is important as it also indicates how much of the dividends need to be purified by distributing to charity. The cleansing aspect is vital for Muslim investors who consider any income generated from Shariah non-compliant activities as impure. Financial sector screening criteria. The second screening criterion is the financial operation or quantitative screening. It involves two approaches: cash assessment, riba assessment. Cash assessment. This approach is to ensure that a company's main assets are not predominantly cash or cash-related. If a company's main assets are cash-based, trading of its shares is tantamount to trading of cash for cash at a discount or premium. This will trigger the issue of riba because, in trading currencies or cash, the Shariah rules of currency exchange should be observed. Similarly, a company's main assets should not be in the form of debts. Otherwise, the Shariah rules of debt trading must be observed to avoid any element of riba. This approach considers all types of cash and debt regardless of whether they are Shariah compliant or not. Depending on the proportion of cash or debt, the company is usually regarded as a cash-based or debt-based company. Riba assessment. This approach is to ensure that a company is not involved directly or indirectly in riba-related activities that exceed the tolerable benchmark specified within the criterion. Riba assessment. This approach focuses on the involvement of the companies in riba-related activities such as paying riba in conventional loans or receiving riba from investment activities. It only considers the cash placed or invested in Shariah non-compliant instruments.